Hey guys, this is the Effin' Podcast with Fredy.
And Nicole. So,
So,
Thanksgiving week is closed.
close.
Yeah,
No
so
more
now,
turkeys.
I know, moving on to Christmas, as you can see our festive set. Very festive.
Very festive.
And kind of keeping on a similar topic with festive things, festive people. It's a small world.
It is a small world.
Yes. Literally, as someone said on TikTok. But this past week, there was a man in Disneyland, I believe, not Disney World, Disneyland, where he was walking through the ride. It's a small world in just his underwear. And I saw a new video, I think this morning, where someone caught him. They were just like filming the ride, but they caught him like walking through like the mini like hallway where like workers walk through, or like if there's an emergency, like where people can walk through. And he looked like, I'm not even kidding, like a serial killer. But apparently he was arrested. Not arrested. He was taken into in handcuffs, but taken to a mental hospital because he was having an episode of some sort, I believe. So have to keep it sensitive along that. But he just had a straight face, all dressed in black, and he looked creepy. So especially to be around like a lot of kids and stuff. Like if you saw like a man like that around your kids, like you'd be a little worried.
Yeah, I saw videos of him just like super weird, just like sitting down and crawling on around the ride, and it's like, first off, he definitely had something or like
He
an
was
issue
going
wrong
through
with him,
something,
because
yeah.
it was a little weird. And then I saw a video of him like he took the boxer off and he was like kind of like streak. He wasn't like running streaking, but he was just walking naked.
He was naked.
And like you said, that's kind of unacceptable. No, that is unacceptable with, especially like Disneyland. That's where you take your kids and stuff. And imagine your kid sees a guy's wee. You don't want to see that stuff.
Yeah, and even like going into like Disney is very like, obviously you go there and it's just like all families, so like you don't expect to see something like that. But like recently, the past like few years, there was like a big thing in Disney World that happened a few years ago, but a big accident. It wasn't anything like this, but I feel like whenever I see like something happen in Disney, it's always Disneyland. I don't know, because I feel like, I don't know, for me, like Disney World is like, that's the OG, like that's
Disney
where
World
goes.
is massive. It's
Yeah,
like it's
Disneyland
way more
is like
bigger.
the
so.
smaller place, but it's good that they caught him, took care of that situation. I thought it was kind of funny when the cops were carrying him, and he was just like naked. He just had like a towel around his waist.
The way they carried him was like really weird,
Yeah,
like
just
funky.
Like threw him in the back of the car. But I wonder like how he got in. Like, I mean, you can't just like.
He was probably just on the ride and then he got off and then stripped.
Well, to get into Disney, you have to go through security. You have to buy a ticket. You have to go through the ticketing.
That's probably what he did.
Walk through.
Maybe
but like
he just had like something going on.
Being like alone.
I don't know. Maybe he was separated from his posse
judge.
or his family or whatever.
He didn't go with anyone.
What if he did? I don't know.
If Johnny ran away from the group in Disney World, I'd be looking for him. And the next thing I see is
him in the
Johnny, arrested, in custody, and he's walking around showing his booty cheeks to little kids.
Yes, more than his booty cheeks.
Yeah, everything. It's not okay.
No, it is not.
So, I mean, wish him well. Wish him he gets his help. Mental help's no joke. Mental help? Mental health.
Yeah, totally. That was really creepy. So I hope no kids were like scarred or I mean,
I would be a little girl.
I'd be creeped. Yeah.
Like, what is that? I don't know what that is. Mommy. Yeah. So again, we wish him well. Thank God it's all taken care of, and hopefully, security gets a little tightened up in Disney. So on to our next topic is a movie franchise that I really enjoy and love, which is Scream.
She loves Scream.
Yeah, I wouldn't say like the remakes or the newer generation. I think it's good, but I'm an OG.
Classics.
Yeah, I stand by the OGs. So also this past week, it was revealed that Jenna Ortega is not returning, and she is the main character, Tara, because there was scheduling conflicts with Wednesday, which is her other show where she's kind of popped off of.
Yeah, and that's. I mean, she has to pick one or the other, and honestly, at that point, I don't blame her for picking Wednesday, because Wednesday, I love Jenna Ortega. Mm-hmm. She's pretty and all that, and she's good at acting, but Wednesday, I feel like, put her on the map. Like after Wednesday, everyone knew who she was.
Yeah, she was kind of being.
Like,
I mean, she was a Disney star, but I wouldn't say like she was like. She's not a big Hollywood name.
yeah.
She was kind of in like smaller TV roles, but yeah. Scream was also a bigger role for her. So also her sister in the movie, Sam, played by Melissa Balera. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but she was recently fired from her role over the the war that's going on with Israel and everything, kind of showing her support of one side versus the other. So kind of like
Really? She got fired because of
over
that?
that. Because she was posting.
She was supporting one side, or
Yeah, kind of posting tweets and stuff in support, and obviously like anything political.
I think
You
that's
gotta.
crazy.
It
though.
is
No,
crazy.
it's like, you know, I don't know. Like I think firing her for having an opinion, like just that's her own separate opinion. Maybe she shouldn't have said anything. You know what I mean? It's better. But
I mean, because also, like, if you're a public figure, I always see, like, a lot of people, like, depending on each side, it's like, if you don't say something, fans get upset. But if you do say something and not on the same side as you, they get upset. So it's, like, something where, obviously, it's a big thing going on in today's world, and it's not okay to be, I mean, obviously, having wars over, everyone, obviously, you gotta keep the peace, and children are dying, and that's not okay. But you said you have to have your own opinion in things, and if it's not something people agree upon, I mean, that's your opinion.
yeah,
but
and
to
that's
be
ridiculous that the movie directors and stuff fired her just for that.
They also have to be like, especially anything with going to cancel culture.
Yeah, and it would affect sales too. That would make sense, but I don't know.
Yeah, so she was
I
kind
think
of.
that's just crazy.
Yeah, she was tweeting like being an American Mexican woman. I'm a person of color. I've been through. People have judged me based of like my race and religion and all that stuff, and then she was kind of obviously upset because she said something regarding the war that's going on, and she was fired from her role, which is. I don't know, it's just definitely crazy, but I mean, Scream 7 was put on a hold because of obviously the
two main actors
the strike.
are gone.
Yeah, the strike.
Yeah, and the two main actors are now. They have to fill someone that can fill them, and it wouldn't. I don't know. Like, if your two main actors are gone, then it would be awkward just filling someone in. You know what I mean? Like,
I think if I were to take it, because I was reading something, the last shot of Scream 2 reboot, I'll put it at that. When they were in New York, the last shot is Tara and Sam walking away, and the Scream mask is just on the concrete. People are saying that's kind of like an end. So I think that's, end this segment of
like saga, whatever.
the movie.
Arc.
Yeah, and then I think that should be it. If they want to bring it back with a different cast and characters, I think okay, that's good.
Fine.
But even in the reboot with Sydney coming back and stuff, she was only in the movie for maybe like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I remember you like.
I was like,
you mentioned that when we watched it.
yeah, they amped it all up. Like Dewey, spoiler alert, was killed. In the second movie, we don't know Gail. She did get pretty beat up. I think they left it pretty open ended with her. I believe I haven't seen it in a minute, and Sydney was barely in it. So I was like, all the trailers and stuff amped it up. Like everyone's coming back.
Yeah, it was just like,
and
it was the way they cut it.
Yeah, I wasn't that big of a fan, but I like the new cast and characters. But now, I think they should end it. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, if the two main actors are gone, you might as well just end it. And the thing with like bringing it back to Jenna again, it would be, I don't know, like she has. Since Wednesday put her on the map, I feel like she has so many opportunities everywhere, so many sponsorships and everything. Like, I feel like she's such a big name now. So, I don't know. I kind of wish she was able to do both, but I know maybe she was stressed out or she just couldn't, or maybe Scream worked around Wednesday. I don't know. But I just, it would be cool if she would have done both.
Yeah, I feel like since the strike ended, everything's kind of all starting up back at once. So actors and directors and whatnot, I feel like that are kind of double booked, are going to have to be choosing one or the other. Usually they kind of, especially if you're a big name actor, like they'll kind of work around your schedule, kind of push it and stuff. But I feel like that's going to be a thing now coming up that,
Scheduling conflicts and stuff.
Yeah, more as it was in the past.
So talking about shows, let's talk about the new release, Squid Game's The Challenger. What are your thoughts on this versions?
I think it's entertaining because it's reality TV, but I don't like it.
I do not like it either. So I'll go first.
Okay.
I don't like it because, and I'm sure you share the same opinion, it is way, way, way too dramatic.
Yeah.
You know, Squid Games, it makes sense. Like that in the official Squid Games like show, it made sense because it was life or death. It's a lot of money, yeah, but these people are stressed out, and it's dramatic because it's life or death.
Yeah.
But the show, we know, you know, the actors or whatever are not gonna die.
Yeah.
But they're like, they would have some segments where like a character would like be eliminated and they would start bawling. Like,
yeah. Very
like,
emotional.
Yeah, like they knew him like their entire life, and they're like, he's my best friend. Like, you know, the most you know him is like, you know, a couple days. You know what I mean? Like, you don't know that guy.
Yeah, and realistically, like I was telling you before, like this could, depending on how they filmed it, this could be like within like the first 3 hours of meeting.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and like everything is just so like it feels scripted. Maybe it isn't, but it just feels scripted because like there's like unnecessary drama and stuff between the characters. And go ahead. Sorry, you want to say something?
No, you keep on.
And like for example, in the first game, red light, green light.
Yeah.
I told you earlier. When they were running, this girl, like, I don't know why they did this. She was like squatting.
Yeah. Or even how she ended up in that position. If she's running, how does she get so low?
Yeah, how do you get so low? Because a lot of people's strategies were like, it seemed like they were being on their belly, but why would she be squatting? That like that doesn't make sense.
And she was squatted like low, like her butt was like touching the back of her feet, and she's like, this hurts so bad. Like I can't hold any longer.
They interviewed her and everything, and then it's like, oh my god, I don't know if I can do this. And like in real time, it was like in red light, green light, you have to stop for like 8 seconds. So like, there's no way, even if that was true, he could hold that for that long.
Yeah, I'm like, was she holding for like an hour? But yeah. Also, going back on the previous thing you said about people knowing each other, like I was telling you, like, say you and me were the last, you know, and in the TV show fight to the death.
You can kill me.
If I didn't know you, like, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna, you know, if it's life versus life.
You know what?
I'm gonna try my best to freaking kill you. So it's like,
kill me.
If I didn't know you like that, like. If like I feel like if we were both like in the position, you like the Hunger Games thing.
How would you kill me?
We both kill each other. You
know? Like beat me up? You like box me up?
I'll stab you in the throat.
Stab with what?
With a weapon.
They have knives there?
I don't remember. They had those rocks, right? But so some of the people that got eliminated, right, were like, oh my god, like Richie, no, why are you? I love you. Why are you leaving?
Spoiler alert, by the way.
But like, I don't know if that's his name.
It's like Rick or something like that.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
But he got removed from the show, and everyone else was like upset. I'm like,
it was an old guy. I mean, I didn't want him to leave. To be completely honest,
but you're fighting for the pot of money. You don't care about him. If like I said, if it's you and Ricky at the end, you're gonna do whatever it takes to knock him out.
Yeah, it was super scripted. And then there was a scene where they had a Jack in a Box.
Yeah.
And you know, it was cool. It was dramatic for, I mean,
like waiting for it to
the music
come
and
up.
stuff. Yeah, but this girl, oh my god!
I just saw this episode last night, so
she
it
was
pissed
like,
me off.
She was like the center of attention in this moment. That's fine or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was so dramatic. She was literally crying, like so much, and her friends were crying. And I was like, why are they crying?
Just open the freaking box, lady.
Yeah, like it's not like you're not gonna die. You know what I mean?
And even then, like you can't like you volunteered to do the box.
And then
you can't go back.
A second later, you cry. You know what I mean? Like why?
Yeah, and then she's fake as anything, because when she like got like her to do or like what she had to do, I'm not gonna say what she had to do, but she was like so happy to do her task. You know what I mean? Like she was like, okay, you.
No, I think she was happy she wasn't eliminated, but still, it was.
You gave it away. Spoiler alert. But she just was letting people out. I guess we could talk about it since we brought it up. But one of the guys that opened the Jack in the Box, his ticket, whatever you call it, said
was an advantage.
An advantage in the next round. So I feel like I understand the situation, but I feel like if he was given that, like he should have been like, you know, advanced into the next round regardless, like
Yeah, like
exempt
he would be immune to
the
elimination.
eliminations if that were to come up again. But talking about the eliminations, it's just so many like person eliminating someone.
Like there's no, like the whole Squid Game thing is the game, and
Yeah, you
there's
gotta
not
play.
enough games. There's literally just
There are games, but it's like you're not like losing the game.
Spoiler alert, there would be like a guy, like two people cutting carrots, and then it would be like, all right, you two pick, give one player an advantage or eliminate one player. And it's like, what? And then
it's
like
stupid.
who wants to volunteer, who wants to pick up the phone?
Yeah.
And then like I'm just like, bro, come on, like they need to play the games to lose.
To play the games.
Yeah, I mean it's okay doing that to like one or two people, but they like it was literally like for like 2 or 3 episodes, just
I don't
majority.
Did they do that in the show at all? Eliminate? I don't remember.
No,
not at all.
No, not that I think of. No, it was all just in the game.
Yeah, and even when the remaining episodes, I believe, or more episodes were being released on November 29th. But where I left off and where everyone obviously left off is that they were given a picnic. And before they said, okay, everyone pair up. I was like, did these people not watch the show? When they're told pair up, they got to verse each other, right? So after the picnic, they're like, oh my God, there's marbles in the bottom of the basket. Obviously, everyone knows the marble game, a top number 1 game in the show, a very climactic moment in the show, right? Where our antagonists and protagonists are versus each other. Spoiler, if you didn't see Squid Game original. So there is a mother and son duo in the show, and now they chose each other to be in the picnic together, so they have to verse each other. I'm like, I understand, like, you came in with a big advantage because now you're a pair too. Like, if I'm with my mom or with like a friend or something, I'm gonna split the pot. You don't gotta worry about it. So like now they have one last chance of winning the money. But they like cried.
If it was me and you,
no,
and
you better
lose,
split.
I'm not splitting nothing. That's all for me.
You better split the pot.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I would split it.
So like, what do you think of like? You said you would split the pot, but like, they're so emotional now.
No, they're super like. First of all, the boy is way. I don't know why he's way more like in the beginning, red light, green light. He was like it literally just started. We don't even have like a connection with these characters, and it's like, my mom might be eliminated.
Yeah, right.
And then I'm like, bro, like, what? She's so close to the
she's right there, and she was like panicking, and they had like maybe 10 seconds left. All she had to do was kind of hop over the line. But right when he crossed the finish line, he went into like straight like fetal position in tears. Yeah,
the boy is very like sensitive, and the mom seems more like mature, I guess.
Yeah, she's hardcore.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know, like if it was me and my mom, I wouldn't want to try to eliminate her, because if let's say we both won, we still have a better chance, and it was just one. But I want to cry. I'll be like, all right, mom. Let's see who wins.
It is like a lot of money, but it's not like you're getting $100 million. Like, it's not like, depending on your financial situation, like I guess if you're already retired and you're given $4 million, whatever it is, okay. But like for us per se, we can't retire off of that.
Well, you can make investments.
You put it in the bank. Yeah, you can. I'm just saying, given $4 million straight to your face, what are you gonna do with that? Like, you have to build yourself off of that money. You just can't just have that in the bank and survive the rest of your life. Not life-changing money. It could potentially be.
It basically is, yeah.
It could potentially be, but it's not life-changing money.
So you're telling me if they chose you to be in the Squid Games, you want to choose it because it's not life-changing money?
No, I would do it. I auditioned.
Do you think you would have a chance?
Yeah. I don't know if it's a smart decision. I want to ask you the same thing. If you would join an alliance or not.
All right. I don't know like how they call it like that. It's like we're in like an old like the freaking
war
1400s. Join my alliance.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's too dramatic. I told my sister while I was watching, I was like, I would literally just be like in the corner by myself.
Yeah.
And then like
Same.
the one thing, another thing I didn't understand, these people were complaining about the food so much, and it was just like I mean, maybe it's just who I am. It was
You're
just
like
rice.
in a prison.
It was just like rice and bread. Like,
What do you expect? 5 courses?
yeah, and like, they're doing that for a few days. It's not that bad. I love rice and bread. You know what I mean? Like, slap some beans on there.
Yeah, like what did they get fed in the real show? They didn't get fed anything amazing. So in Squid Game, there's a few people left compared to the 400 something. There's about like 70, 80 people left.
I believe 80.
Do you have there's some people that are really not shown on camera. So from episode 5, which is where everyone is left off, do you think the final standing person is in the main group of people shown? Or you think it's someone that's not really seen yet?
You want me to be honest? I
Yeah.
think the woman is gonna win. The one with the smart one.
Which one?
You slept during this episode, but it was a girl that said she was like insanely smart, and she has
glasses?
Yeah, that girl.
She was in the military, I think.
I don't
or
know.
maybe.
No, she's just a really smart
She's
girl.
not older woman, but she's like
I just have a
40s.
feeling I have a feeling she's gonna win, or if not, it's just because they basically have like if you notice, they have like a formula for what they're doing. They literally just like keep going with the show, and then like they'll bring a character randomly talking,
yeah.
and then that character is gonna be shown in the next like 10 or 20 minutes, or like next like for 20 minutes, and then they either get knocked out or they become a new character.
Yeah, I was spoiler alert, but the guy that got knocked out with the older gentleman, the guy with the mullet, I kind of liked him. I thought he was fun.
I like the older gentleman.
Yeah, I liked them together.
The Gambu gang. That was the only people me and my sister were rooting for. Like, yo,
Yeah,
they're like the
then they
nicest
got-
people.
Yeah, knocked out. Maybe it'll be a twist and they introduce past characters.
Past
don't know.
characters.
Like they'll bring in like eliminated people.
That'd be cool.
Cause
Like you can choose who to eliminate. I don't know.
and then they come back and eliminate you. I'm really excited to see if they have to, because it's one of the main games again. I'm really excited to see the jumping game, and guessing which is a hole and which is the floor.
You either be lucky or be the last one.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, even in Squid Game, the actual show, like, that was, like, the game where it's, like, you can't really, like, finesse your way in. Or, like...
You just have to be lucky, right?
Yeah.
I think in the actual game, like, the actual, like, show, there was a person that knew about glass, and one was, like, a little bit, like, it looked a little bit different.
How, like, the fractions...
Yeah.
How the light hit the refraction.
Refraction is what it is.
And I really like that. Yeah, and then, they have to show all this. So they're going to show the marble. They showed the red light, green light.
It's just the marble, the jumping. They already did the cookie.
I'm saying, that's what they have. The cookie.
Red light, green light cookie.
The tug of war.
They replaced tug of war battleship.
Well, it could come up.
It could, but I don't think so.
And then the marble. We said and then the final match, right?
Yeah, there's 6 games.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah, it has to be.
So I'm actually kind of excited to see where it ends off. It's a show that like annoys me, but like that's what keeps you coming back.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's entertaining, but I don't like it.
It's so like it's kind of like it's bad. It's funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the way it looks is good. Like lighting and everything. It looks good.
Yeah, it looks like Big Brother vibes.
It's just the way it was like presented, I guess, that it makes it not as good.
What do you mean?
Like if it was like a game show, for me that would be.
Oh yeah,
better.
I feel like it's too heavy on the reality TV.
It's too dramatic, yeah.
Kind of ending things off with similar country is Korea.
Korea.
I saw on Instagram a post where a Korean woman, a young woman, killed a stranger. She was a true crime like fanatic, TV show like watcher, movie, and she
just like you.
I know. In a past episode, we discussed a little something about this, but she was a fanatic of these true crimes, and she killed a stranger out of curiosity, and now has life in prison.
I'm not in the age of being near you, am I?
No, I couldn't. I could never. I always say, like, if, like, a stranger came into my house...
You just said 5 minutes ago you would kill me, stab me.
No, I said that we would kill each other together.
we'll kill each other. No, you said you will kill me and stab me.
You said if I had to kill you, what would I do? But we would both not make it out alive. If it came, it's the Hunger Games. I've never seen it, but that's the ending, kind of.
I wanted to watch it.
Well, that's not the ending. I said kind of.
Okay, all right. So going back to the Korean.
Yeah, so now she is life in prison. I just want to talk about it. How I said in the previous episode, I was saying I was watching Dahmer, not really a true crime. It was like the series on Netflix.
Yeah, it was like a story.
Yeah, like a show like that, or even other shows and movies where it has to deal with serial killers. Like I start to feel a little bit remorseful and bad, but like.
And people commented that she was crazy.
Yeah, but like literally while I'm thinking like, what am I doing? Like I'm like being like crazy and wild. Like no, like this is not okay. Like I cry over everything. Like a little like raccoon got hit by a car, I'm crying. Like anything that has to do with death, like I can't deal with that. So like obviously I would never, but it makes you think like, do these shows like manipulate people? Like have a manipulation like sense in like the shows and movies? Like why would anyone like want to just feel that? Especially like if you wanted to feel what it felt like, why would it be a human? Not saying anything, but if you wanted to feel like what something like felt like to kill it, like wouldn't it be like do an animal?
Well, I think with in terms of like the human emotion,
I guess like people scream and
I think people genuinely feel bad if something happens to someone.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't know the person, if something bad happens to said person,
yeah, I feel
it's
sad.
normal to feel bad. Maybe not forever, but maybe in the moment you'll feel bad. So hurting someone or doing that to someone, normally you would feel bad.
Yeah.
Especially if it's for no reason.
Yeah.
And I think it has something to do with the mental, because like I think Jeffrey Dahmer, him especially, they interview him saying, why did you murder these people? And he even said,
didn't want to be alone.
He knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
But he said he wanted to do it. Like he just
didn't
wanted to do it.
Alone.
And they asked him, if you go out, would you do it? And he's like, yes. So he knows it's wrong. So it has to be something psychological.
Like his thing was like he didn't want to be alone. Like people were like he would have good times with these people and whatnot, right? Spend the night, and okay, like I gotta go to work, and he's like, what do you mean you gotta go to work? Like, no, like we're hanging out, like we're, he's like, no, like Jeff, I gotta go to work. And then
yeah, and then these movies, like there's something in the person's brain, I feel like, it's something mental. And these shows and movies, they're cool to see someone's story and very entertaining to watch. But if the wrong person sees this type of stuff, maybe it gets their,
triggered.
Maybe it gets their mentality like, oh, maybe this and that. I don't know.
Just want to feel it. So it's like a similar situation with Brian Kober. He was a criminology major in college, and police found out it was like a Reddit post saying he wanted to understand why and study like why serial killers do this and how to get away with murder, basically. And he didn't, there's still suspicion of the case is still going on, but it's kind of like just people like what's going on through their heads, like what are they thinking? You always have to, you never know, truly really know anyone. No matter how close to, anyone can kind of switch at any moment.
It's crazy how he was studying that, and that's kind of like what he did. Maybe like I said, it doesn't have to be like art, like like TV shows, but maybe him studying that had his mind like
he's studying,
thinking like, oh, why would these guys do this?
How
and then maybe
people killed people.
Maybe just had like a bad night and was just like screw it.
Yes.
Switch.
But don't want to end this off on a bad note.
No, we do not.
So now Christmas is coming up. I think our friend Billy, you want to show?
This is Billy, everyone. Billy? He was here last episode.
So we want to decorate Billy into Santa Claus. So if anyone knows how to create mini costumes, please DM us, leave a comment, and send it our way.
I wanted to give him like a tiny hat. Maybe not Santa Claus. That's kind of crazy.
An elf?
No, he's not a worker. He's a boss. He's Billy.
What should he be? Rudolph?
No, he's just
We just
He's
color
just
his
dressed
nose
up.
red.
We can do that, but we need to take it off for when it's not Christmas.
Just like a sticker. Yeah, what can we leave in the comments what you would like to see Billy dressed up as. But we love you, Billy. So that has been this week's episode of the FN Podcast. Please like, subscribe, comment, follow us on TikTok, and we also made an Instagram, so check that out too.
The effing podcast.
Link down in the description. Not on screen, in the description.
Down there.
Yes, it was in the intro.
Not Billy.
Not Billy.
Down there.
Link in there. Down there. Very down there.
This has been the FM Podcast with Fredy.
And Nicole. And we'll see you next week.
time.
What?
I'll see you next time. See you next week.
Okay.
See you guys.
Bye.